And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we don't like to throw around the word dynasty loosely, but for the Chiefs, it applies. I mean, they're looking for their third title now in 5 years.
And with the way this league is configured now, it absolutely applies. I think you're totally on target. Remember, they lost a Super Bowl in there too. So to be back for the fourth time in 5 years in today's NFL, that's pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by someone who needs less introduction than any player in the league. A Super Bowl champion, the league's most valuable player for a second time, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On the ground, it's Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Purdy now to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's caught inside the 25. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there. And almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. No hesitations. They go right back to Kelce. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Well, this has definitely been a ball control offense here in the first half. We saw them go on a long scoring drive the last time they had the ball. And now here, they get the 3rd down conversion to keep this drive going.
Mahomes to throw once more. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards for number 11.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. Deebo Samuel. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Dances by him, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes now on first down. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Purdy from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. Yeah, I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, completion to Rice. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he will have the Chiefs' first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Going up top. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mahomes now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Touchdown! Jerome Jennings, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. An extra point try now for Moody.
Upright.
And he's he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
42 yards.
and the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Now After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here's Samuel. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 36 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. They run it with Pacheco from the gun, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff now for Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding offense.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Butker's kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
On the return, it's James. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as he'll take this up close to midfield.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window to fire a bullet in there for the completion. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it now with Gray. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. Nifty move. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. And they've got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Far right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and 10.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
Setting up to be a finish for the ages here. All tied in the final minutes of the Super Bowl as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you did. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion,
allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here, relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Mahomes. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.